Well, K through 12 public school funding is also set to change. A key factor is that districts will only be able to carry over 40% of their collected property taxes before owners would be refunded. There's also more money set to go to private school vouchers.
Yeah, this comes as a new ruling is stirring reaction across the Buckeye State regarding Ohio's education system. Pending an expected appeal, a court ruling has left the state private schools voucher program unconstitutional.
And although families can still use the program for now, the state says it's already planning an appeal. But as Carla Rogner from our sister station in Columbus reports, the decision is continuing to draw some real reactions on both sides of the aisle here.
No, sacrificing their education isn't an option.
For the last 3 years, Rachel Rich's kids have been going to Groveport Madison public schools. But as they've gotten older, she says they've been learning above their grade level.
They weren't being challenged in the public school system.
She got approved for an Ed Choice voucher to send her kids to private school for 2nd and 4th grade in the fall.
I'm very glad that my kids can get an education that's going to meet and challenge them.
And so what would happen to your family if the vouchers were no longer an option?
I don't know. Honestly, I'd probably have to look into homeschooling.
We're confident that the Ed Choice program will be declared constitutional.
Brian Hickey at the Catholic Conference of Ohio says parents like Rachel shouldn't worry yet.
And we feel that parents should be given a choice for to send their kids, and it's not a significant burden on the state to say that this is good public policy.
Scott DeMauro at the Ohio Education Association says Ed Choice diverts critical resources away from public schools.
We need to make sure that we're focusing resources where they're needed most. We need to make sure that we are providing every single student, regardless of their background, the opportunity to receive a high-quality public education that allows them to reach their full potential.
The amount of money families get for vouchers depends on their income, but DeMauro worries families are applying even if they don't need the financial assistance.
If we're going to have a program like Ed Choice, there needs to be accountability. Private schools need to be held to the same standards that our public schools are held to. But fundamentally, until our public schools are fully and fairly funded, we agree with the judge in saying that this system is unconstitutional.
All right, Carla, thank you for that report.